Privyet. Hi, it's Diane. I'm here to tell you a new parable today. Today I'm going to tell you the parable of the talents. And this is found in Luke chapter 19, verse 12 is the beginning of the story. Look for what are people doing that they shouldn't be? What are they doing that they should? Is there a warning to heed? Is there a lesson to be learned? Because this is the reason Jesus told parables. Okay, so here's the story. One time, there was this rich young ruler. He was very powerful. He was the ruler over many, many, many kingdoms. And he was on his way to go conquer a kingdom, to collect it that he had already taken, but before he left, he wanted to entrust his most faithful servants with some money. So he calls his servants together and he tells the first servant, he gives him 1 talent, and a talent is worth about, I don't know, a year's wages, so $60,000-$70,000, let's say, if you've got a really, really good job. I mean, I've never had one of those, but I'm sure they are out there. So, the first guy, he gets a talent. The next guy, he gives him a talent. And the third guy, he gives him a talent. So he goes away to conquer the kingdom that he has claimed. And he does. And they're mad at him. They don't like him. And they go, we're never going to let you be our ruler. But he leaves to go back to his home, and when he gets there, he calls his servants, and he calls the first guy, and he calls him up, and he goes, hey, he said, how did you do with my money? So the first servant, he goes, oh, master, I love you so much, and I know that you are strong and powerful, and I know that you would want me to do my very, very best. So what I did is I took it, and I invested your money, and I have made it 10 talents. I have 10 talents to give you back. So he gave his master 10 times what he began with. And the master was so excited. The prince said, oh, you're such a good person. You've done such a good job. You're so faithful. You've done such a great job with the little bit that I gave you. You've made so much that I am going to reward you by giving you 10 kingdoms. 10 kingdoms are going to be yours to rule because I know that I can trust you. So he calls the next guy up and he says, come on up here. Now, Jimmy Joe, you come on up here. Let me see what you did. Little Jimmy Joe comes on up there and he goes, now, master, I love you. And you know what I did? I invested my money in a peanut farm. I didn't get 10 talents, but I have 5. So I have 5 times what I had. And here you go. It's for you. It's yours. And so the master goes, wow, great job, Jimmy John. You did marvelous. And because you were so faithful with the little bit that I gave you, I'm going to give you 5 of my kingdoms to rule over because you have been faithful with such a little bit. And now I'm going to bless you. So he's so happy, man. He's got 10 talents. He's got 5. He's really done well. He's so happy and proud of his servants. So he calls the other guy up and he says, okay, you come on up. Let's see what you've done. And the next guy comes up. He's standing, he's kind of shaky and well, master, I'm afraid of you. You scare me because I know you're powerful and you're rich. And oh, man, I was just afraid. So I wrapped it in a Kleenex and I stuck it under my mattress. Here it is. I gave it back. I know that you just can't take kingdoms and you have stuff that doesn't belong to you. People do stuff for you, but this is all I got. So here's what you gave me. Well, the prince looked at him and he said, you are lazy. How lazy? I gave you talent to do something with. You know that I'm a hard taskmaster. You know that I expect greatness. And you could have at least put it in a bank where it would have got 1% interest in a savings account. Now, because you didn't do anything with the talent that I gave you, you are not worthy to be here. So I'm kicking you out of my kingdom. Hey, boys, come get this guy. And I want you to throw him out there on the street where there is crying and people are beating their heads against the walls because they're all crazy and miserable because he's not worthy to be in this kingdom. So out you go. And while you're at it, why don't you go get those people who said they didn't want me to be their king, that they weren't going to accept me, and you go bring them here, and we're going to just kill them right here because they're not coming in here either. They are not worthy to be here. And he slew all of those people who did not want him to be their king. They died. And that is the story, the parable of the talents. Everything you have is God's. He is everything, and he has given it to you. What are you doing with it? What are you doing with the talent God gave you? That's your life. Are you investing it in the kingdom? Are you investing it in something that's whole and that's happy and worthy? Or are you investing it in yourself and things that are of this earth and that are dark and dastardly? Maybe you have a talent for math and you know that there are people out there who need help with their taxes, but you're just too busy. Maybe you have a talent for law, or you have a talent for art, a talent for whatever it is. What are you doing with the gifts that God has given you? This is beyond, as always, it's about so much more than money. It's about you and me. And what am I doing with my life that is my gift from God? Am I using it for him, or am I not? I have a gift of gab. I love to talk. I love to tell stories, and I love people. So my gift is to give back to you through these videos so that I can talk and share the beautiful stories of Jesus, and so that you can find happiness in your life, and hopefully you ask some questions about what's going on with you. Jesus loves you, and he does not want not one of you to not be in his kingdom. If you're hearing him call you, make sure you answer. For all who call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. That's what Jesus promises in John. He also promises that he came for everyone. He doesn't care what your color. He doesn't care your nationality. He doesn't care if you're a man or a woman or a child or a grown-up. He loves every single one of us the same. So, think about, what are you doing with your talent? Do you have a talent for teaching and you're sitting at home not using it? Maybe there's some way you can use your talent. Take it to a local church. Get involved. Volunteer. If you don't like church and you're like, I'm not going to that church, I don't like that church. Well, guess what? You can still use your talent. You can love Jesus and you can find yourself a place to worship, but you can use your talent for God, no matter where you are or what you're doing. So thank you all. I love you so much. Have a beautiful, wonderful day, and God bless you.